All right, let's set the scene. A team of hunters steps into a dungeon. It's supposed to be a low-rank sea gate filled with nothing scarier than a few goblins. You know, a routine mission and easy clear. But as they're about to find out, inside these magical labyrinths, the most dangerous predators? They aren't always the ones with fangs and claws.
And that question really hangs over this whole mission, because this seemingly straightforward raid is about to take a very, very dark turn. It's going to force everyone involved to confront a possibility that is absolutely terrifying.
So the mission kicks off with a mystery. Our protagonist, Jinwoo, is there. But this isn't the Jinwoo his teammates know and, frankly, used to pity. The guy they once called the weakest hunter of all mankind is, well, he's just different.
His party is in total disbelief. I mean, they're watching him effortlessly take down monsters without getting a single scratch. They're asking him if he took up martial arts or something, because they just can't process how this E-rank nobody suddenly has the calm and the capability of a hardened veteran.
Now, because the dungeon seems way easier than they expected, the team leader suggests they split up to speed things up. And yeah, it's a logical decision, but it's one that's going to isolate them, creating the perfect hunting ground for a predator hiding right there in plain sight.
So while two groups are pushing forward, one team, which includes a couple of hunters on probation, they double back, and they stumbled upon a scene of absolute horror. The illusion of a simple, easy mission is shattered in a single, horrifying instant. The scene they find is just chilling. These aren't the messy, savage wounds you'd expect from a goblin. No, the cuts are clean. They're precise. It's obvious the killer deliberately avoided vital spots at first just to maximize the pain before finishing the job. This wasn't a monster. This was the work of a calculating, sadistic human.
And who is this killer? Well, it's Kang Taeshik. And he's not just some random hunter. He's an inspector from the association, the very organization that's supposed to protect them. He was their overseer, their supposed guardian in this dungeon. And his motive? It's not just about the money, even though, yeah, he was paid to kill some of the guys on probation. He confesses, with a smile, that he took a low-paying job at the association for one reason. It gave him the perfect cover to indulge his real passion.
So, before our hero even enters the picture, the last few survivors are cornered. And it is a terrifying mismatch. You've got a couple of low-rank hunters against a B-rank assassin who literally lives to kill.
And Kang, he just lays out his whole plan with this cold, methodical precision. He was hired to kill the prisoners, and his plan was always to murder everyone else to leave no witnesses. A dungeon is just the perfect alibi. It's a flawless, completely sociopathic plan.
The veteran mage, Mr. Song, and the team's healer, Joohee, they make a desperate stand. Mr. Song, a former swordsman, uses every trick he knows, even using magic to amp up his strength just to land a blow. But against Kang's pure assassin speed and skill, it's heroic for sure, but ultimately it's not going to be enough. Just as Kang is about to finish off the last survivor, Jinwoo arrives. And in that one moment, the entire power dynamic of the fight is just flipped on its head. The predator has just become the prey. This B-rank assassin, a master of speed, suddenly finds himself completely, and I mean completely, outmatched. Jinwoo is blocking his attacks with ease. His movements are fluid and impossibly fast. The hunter who was just toying with his victims a minute ago is now fighting for his own life against an absolute unknown. Kang, this high-ranking, experienced killer, can only ask one thing. He just cannot comprehend the being that is standing in front of him. Jinwoo doesn't fit into any known category of hunter. He's something else entirely. Think about what Jinwoo brings to this fight. It's an impossible mix of abilities. He's got the speed of an assassin, the raw power of a fighter, and he can use magic to instantly heal a pretty serious wound. When Kang uses his ultimate stealth skill, total invisibility, Jinwoo tracks him by sheer instinct alone. It's unreal.
This is the only explanation that Kang can possibly come up with. Jinwoo must be a reawakened hunter, someone who went through a second, explosive evolution of power. It's the only theory that makes any sense of how the former weakest hunter is now just dominating a B-rank elite.
So Jinwoo wins. The brutal fight ends with the monster in human skin finally defeated. But the victory is grim. The dungeon is now a tomb for his fellow hunters, and the fight has left a profound mark on Jinwoo himself.
To protect Jinwoo from the world's scrutiny, which would absolutely happen, the survivors come up with a cover story.
They tell the association that the healer, Joohee, a C rank, is the one who took down the B rank assassin, with their help, of course. Jinwoo's true power stays a secret.
But Jinwoo's inner thoughts are far from triumphant. He feels that with every level he gains, with every new bit of power he gets, a piece of his humanity is eroding, just breaking away. And this is his new reality. The physical threats in the dungeons are almost secondary now. His main battle has become an internal one, a fight against the cold, unfeeling killer that his new power just might turn him into.
Which brings us right back to our opening question, but now it's reframed through Jinwoo's struggle. In a world where your survival demands overwhelming strength and a willingness to kill, the greatest challenge isn't defeating the monster in front of you, but the one that might just be growing inside.